Excuse me, you look like you're not from around here. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Then I'm truly honored. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation and a great responsibility.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caitlin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them. I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcasts. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
From what I've heard of dwarven politics, I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
Lord Harrowmont is the voice of tradition and
Welcome to Lord Harrowmont's estate.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Beisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Could the end of Orzammar be nigh? Turn to Lord Harrowmont. Raise your voice in favor of Lord Balin. He will bring us change and prosperity.
Such big houses they have.
Thief! Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine! He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I, don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. Not exactly, but... I'm looking for any birth records from... If, unfortunately, any A Grey Warden? I hear... Yes, if you...
When I last I apologize, Warden. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you. That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition? What sort of charities do you mean? I am not certain this is in Orzamar's best interests. Our castes have served us well, but it's possible this service could benefit our people. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more? I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
Disgusting. Someone stole from the Shapered. The
The assembly is in session. Enter quiet.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans.
Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The Assembly is blind to all else. This is their world, and it ended when Endron died. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. I only...
Warden, I am Vartag Devorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels... No one wishes this fight over more than... I believe you. We would defeat the Blight, and return to find our homeland... Wait. We must... Paramount has engaged in a campaign of bribery, but if a neutral party...
Irrefutable?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Very well, but do not... I will be...
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has ordered... Lord Balin suspected of personally defacing statues of a paragon.
2 years tomorrow.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia's not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Get out of here. This is private business. Please.
Then, look, so if you want the Carter's gift... Whoa, whoa! All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I'm showing you the low...
It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do. I try to imagine if it will, what it would... And then there were the birds. A whole village. It speaks. Yet, does it wish me to leave? I can, no doubt. It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do. That he claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a town. No. He used to say that one day, rotten, lying bastard. How long could even I sit in the... It was one of... And then he would sneak down and search. In short. It speaks. It... Does it wish me to leave? No. It speaks. It doesn't have... Did I not already tell it that I do not remember doing such? I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague. Clever. And my former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. Flattery. And he possessed my... So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then... Ho, ho, ho. And then he was gone. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy... For so many years I'd had to leap to that... The gall! At first, I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed. An acceptable trade-off. Possibly. Except that whatever the mage did seemed to render the control rod useless, and provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it has nothing to fear from me. Much. The things that it fights, and it... Let us get back to the walking and the fight. It speaks. It doesn't have that. I'm not interested in getting into it. If it is done, ask. Very nice indeed. I'm to keep this, am I? Fine. It speaks. It doesn't have...
Spare a few bits for it all.
I have a question it may be able to answer, Elder Mage.
Must it always be Elder Mage? I'm not a wizened old crone just yet.
Would it prefer mage well past her prime, don't mind...
Crazy stories about it. Hear about that.
Enchantment?
You and your friends are formidable folk.
Enchantment?
It speaks. It doesn't have... Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Going. Never any shortage of these ones. Anything I can get you?
Big battle out by Winter's Bridge.
So it seems. I got a cousin in Ban Fair